Prolonged exposure to the cold will negatively affect your immune system, increasing your risk of catching a cold or flu virus. Actually. Should I wear a pin so that it, completes the look? We've got a pin on. We're fully immersed. She tosses a folder onto the table. Ooh, secret documents. Ugh, what is that side eye? Hello, my loves. I'm Degenerate, and welcome to There's Something Wrong with My Blind Date. Now, this game was made by the same creator that made that other game that I played on the channel. It was very short. I totally forgot what it was called. That little short game I played. Now, I think this is more of a dating sim. We're gonna try it out right now. It was, the demo was, on Patreon for a little while, and, today's the free release day, so I thought I would play it. Alright, no loads. Obviously, I just downloaded it. Let us begin. Ooh. Alrighty, that's right. Hobby. Cooking. What's this? Reading? Gaming. Music. Shopping. Arts and crafts. Let's do that one. Favorite quote? I love mac and cheese. Done. Rain! Save. Save.
Huh?
Oh my gosh. It's raining. Yeah. Should have brought an umbrella. The rain feels nice. Should have brought an umbrella. You should have brought an umbrella with you. It wouldn't do any good to catch a cold. The roads are empty, night creeping into the city. Despite your protests, the nurses had to shoo you out, with visiting hours having been over. Huh. I have no context. Like, I didn't read the synopsis, I'm sorry. I was, keeping tabs on them on TikTok. I was like, ew, what's this? You try not to think about the hospital behind you. You try to ignore the image of your mom in that small white room. The smell of disinfectant and the coughing of other patients in the ward. Oh, ward. Yes. She's always been your hero. She taught you to be kind. She taught you to be strong. She raised you on her own and taught you how proud she was to call you her child. Oh, wow. It's actually really nice. It hurts to see her in that room, hooked up to all sorts of tubes and IV drips, her skin bruised from the needles. As usual, you had paid her a visit, and as usual, she gave you a reassuring smile, telling you that everything will be alright. You tried to ignore what the doctor told you. Stage D heart failure? Oh my gosh, this is stage D? I didn't even know that. 1 year left, maybe less. You think about your mom again. She lost weight. Her eyes look sunken, the wrinkles on her face more prominent. Has your hero always looked this small? You look up at the sky. I should get out of the rain. There's something wrong with my blind date. I would assume so. I think I saw the array of characters, so. Location. Glass lounge bar. Ooh. French? Oh, that's not... That's so creepy. This better start some music. Oh, thank you. A bell chimes as you open the door, announcing your arrival. CO2? Nice. Welcome to the Glass Lounge. Oh, it's you. It is me. Missed me? Not particularly, no. You walk on over to the bar, taking a seat in front of CO2. Okay. D? That's me. Mm-hmm. You're dripping water all over the floor. Oh, over my floor. Whoopsies. I apologize. Change the subject. Oh, apologize, yeah. You turn to see the trail of rainwater left in your wake. Oh, shoot. Sorry, body. I didn't even realize. You grab a napkin and toss it on top of the man-made puddle, but the cheap material simply disintegrates into soggy, smaller pieces. No way we attempted to do that. That didn't help, did it? No. These napkins suck. And while I'm at it, your toilet paper is probably the worst thing I've ever used to wipe my cheeks with. It feels like literal sandpaper. Management's been cutting corners. Not much I can do about it. Maybe you should... Achoo! Ugh. You hastily wipe at your face. The android blinks. You can hear the sound of its motors whirring as it focuses its lenses onto you. My scanners are detecting a drop in your body temperature. Nothing a few rounds of alcohol won't fix. Yep, that's true. Alcohol makes you all warm. Fixing your problems and forgetting about them are two vastly different things. Counterpoint, forgetting is easier. We'll see how easy it is when you wake up in the dumpster behind the 24/7 diner on 7th Street with your wallet gone and your right shoe missing. Oddly specific. It's a robot. People tell me things. Oh. Your memory scares me sometimes, but I guess that's why you make the best drinks. Lottery will get you nowhere. Not even a discount? No. Boo. You shake your head, and a few droplets of water fly in different directions. The bartender seems unamused, as usual. You wonder if its burnt-out attitude is a result of its programming, or if it's just jaded from being stuck working in a bar for the past 2 decades. Yeah. It came out of nowhere. Say, what's new as of late? Got any cool news stories to tell? That depends what we like to know. Ooh, gossip, rumors, trends, current events. Let's do rumors. Heard any rumors? Bad ones? Oh, I thought it was a question. Can I go back? I can! It doesn't matter now, I already did it. See, now you got me curious. What is it? There are rumors of of course. A human trafficking ring going on within the city. People have been going missing for a while now, but the police haven't been able to gain any major leads. They suspect that it's the work of a serial killer. But the intelligence analysts that frequents this bar says otherwise. Why is that? Serial killers tend to target a specific profile and leave behind a modus operandi of sorts. Never heard that in my life. The victims, however, don't exactly share many similarities with one another. The age, gender, race, background, and physical features are all over the place. If the crime scene characteristics didn't match, it makes it difficult for them to find any patterns in the disappearances. That being said, the police are unsure if it really is human trafficking. They lack the data to reach anything conclusive, and the whole serial killer theory is merely a rumor started up by the people as a result of slow investigation. That's scary. Kind of regret asking now. Be cautious when walking out in the streets alone after dark. I'd recommend traveling in groups of at least 2 or more. Good idea. You sigh, stretching your arms up into the air. Man, I was hoping this would cheer me up, but I don't think that really helped. I admit, I'm not equipped to assist you with your personal problems. You'd think at this point they'd come up with some sort of emotional support software for you guys. Androids have no need for emotions. That would pose a security risk. That's true. How many times have we saw that in media? I sometimes forget that you're not a real person. I kind of see you as a buddy. The android shakes its head. Don't mistake what we have as friendship.
Damn.
Human connections do not mean much to me. Fortunately, for both of us, I'm not allowed. I'm the only one in your life. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm not the only one in your life. The bartender glances behind you. Huh? What? You have a good support network and people who really care for you. You should make the most of it. Who the f is behind me? Speaking of which, here comes one now. Puppy? Who? Oh, hi? Pups? What a coincidence. What are you doing here? I just finished up at the lab. Professor Joy held us up to go over some of our findings. Anyway, I was on my way home when the rain started to really pour. I didn't bring an umbrella with me, and the bar was nearby, so I thought I'd come in here to wait out the worst of the storm. Guess the weather caught us both off guard, huh? Somebody should fire the rain guy. Comedian. The meteorologist. Right. He can meteorologize these fists? Okay. Better watch out, weather boy. You're paying for my dry cleaning. Anyway, sit. Grab a drink with me. Might as well since you're already here, right? On a Tuesday night? I have classes tomorrow morning. Okay, go do that then. Oh, come on, listen up. But... Nothing. He doesn't seem to be budging. Perhaps you'll have to resort to using that. I wonder what that is. Use that. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You clasp your hands together and put out your best pleading look. Please, because I'm not saying that. I don't want to drink alone. You can see his resolve crumbling in real time. He's always had a soft spot for you. Hehe. Okay, just one then. Got you. Tiny. He moseys on over to you, only to pause mid-step above the puddle of water still pooled underneath your seat. I forgot about that. From your peripheral vision, you can see CO2 grab a mop. You're soaked. How long were you outside? A while. You have a change of clothes on you or something to dry yourself off with? I didn't really bring my bag out with me today. Aw, jeez. He zips open his backpack, digging through his notebooks and papers. You need to be more careful with your health. Prolonged exposure to the cold will negatively affect your immune system, increasing your risk of catching a cold or flu virus. Actually. Reassure, tease. Is what he would say. Let's tease him. Why not? We only live one time. Now that you mention it, my head does kind of hurt. I think I might be coming down with a fever. He freaks out immediately. Oh no, what should I do? Do you need something? Medicine? Water? Here, take my sweater. Ooh, never know. I don't like that sweater. He starts to wriggle out of his outer layer of clothing, but you quickly grab hold of his arms, laughing. Whoa, not for free. What are we about to see? You'd be giving it back though, right? Not what I meant, but it's fine. I was just joking around, I'm fine. He pulls his clothing back down, straightening out the little snail design on the front. You take notice of the gastropod's choice of eyewear. What is a gastropod? He's got little sunglasses on. Oh, is that another name for a snail? Yes, I believe. It makes sense. Most land snails are actually nocturnal and dislike bright sunlight. The relationship between continuous light conditions and behavior of the freshwater snail. In other words, Shelia. You sniffle, your nose runny. Guess the combination of cold weather and wet fabric got to you in the end after all. We should still get you dried off a bit. Uh-huh. Still digging through his backpack, finally procures a white towel. Found it! It's clean, in case you were worried about that. Did you just have a towel though? You scrunch your face up. Seriously, I'm fine. And why do you just carry around a towel with you? It's convenient. I use it as a pillow sometimes when I need to sneak in some sleep between classes. Why not just have a pillow? That's not weird, is it? I don't know. What do you think, bartender? Very odd. Why not just bring a pillow? That's what I said. Me and you, we have so much in common. I mean, towels could be used for other stuff too. Like dipping it in chloroform to knock people out? Yes. No, I meant like using it as a picnic blanket. Nothing but excuses. We've got him cornered now, detective. I thought you didn't have emotions. That was humor just now. You don't lie to me ever again. Indeed, chloroform kidnapper, your evil deeds end here and now. You guys do know that the application of chloroform via inhalation is a lot more difficult than just dipping a towel in it and holding it over someone's mouth, right? What? Is that supposed to be common knowledge? No, pretty sure only a killer of the cereal variety would know that. Guys, I'm not a serial killer. We're just messing with you. Puppy sighs, dripping the towel over your head. Let him do it. Do it yourself. I'm gonna do it myself. I'm a big girl. I got it. Not wanting to inconvenience him, you grab the towel yourself, hastily rubbing it against your head. You can feel your head drying off, but at the cost of a serious case of entanglement. Trying to salvage this situation, you attempt to sift your fingers through the clumps of hair, to no avail. Well, since I have black people hair, it's not really a problem for me. Not like the tangling part, it's always like that. So yeah, that's gonna be a pain to comb through later. It's okay, nothing some conditioner won't fix. That is true. Feeling a little more comfortable now that your head is dry, you give Puppy a big thumbs up. Thanks. I didn't want to use the napkins here. Me neither, it feels like sandpaper. Sandpaper. The two of you share a conspiratory laugh. Yeah. Giggle. Whoops. By the way, I didn't get to ask, but is that a new sweater? I won it at a trivia booth at the local snail convention. What, bro? Snail convention? Yeah, SnailCon. There's a joke to be had here. Do it. Spare him. Wait, what joke? I don't know what's it? Spare him, do it. SnailCon. SnailCon. What's the joke? I actually want to know. Oh my! SnailCon my nuts. I didn't know what it was. I just wanted to figure it out. Bro was absolutely flabbergasted. That was awful. Never again. CO2, having finished mopping up your puddle, returns to its post behind the bar. You two seem close. Well, we're practically attached at the hip. Him and I have been tight since elementary. You grab onto Puppy's arm for emphasis. He smiles in return. Childhood friend. I'm not a fan of childhood friend tropes. Except for when it comes to Makoto and Haru from Free. That one I like. How'd you two even meet, aside from the fact that you attend the same high school together? Oh, school together. I do not have too much information on your history with one another. You strike a dramatic pose in response. It can't be helped. There's a lot you don't know about me. I'm really just a dark and mysterious individual. For someone who has a mom who's dying in the hospital, we're really chipper. I find it hard to consider you dark and mysterious when I've seen you hunched over the bathroom stall throwing up from alcohol poisoning. The lighting's bad in those restrooms. Maybe you just mistook me for someone else. No, you're here so often that the image of your sad, pathetic form is practically burned into my memory card. You turn to Puppy for help, but he shrugs half-heartedly. You do frequent this place. Probably. More than you should? Traitor. Anyway, do you want to know the story of how we met? Trying to change the subject. Definitely trying to change the subject. Oh, I think it was 8 years ago? Oh, 8 years old. I was playing at the old park near the sea, the one with the hills leading down towards the shore. It feels like a hazy snapshot or a fading image. The nostalgia makes you smile. I think I was picking dandelions. I thought they looked pretty, and I wanted to bring something nice back for my mom. It was a simpler time. Your mom hadn't been diagnosed yet. You shake away the thought. And as I'm picking these dandelions, making little flower crowns, I hear someone yell in the distance. It happened in a flash. I see the sky, then I'm falling backwards, tumbling through the grass. Next thing I know, there's a sharp stabbing pain in my ankle, and a crying boy in my arms. Turns out somebody, not naming names, completely neglected to check his surroundings while trying to catch a ladybug, and crashed right into me. Lady Beetle, actually. They're beetles, not bugs.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You got one more. You already did it once. This is the second time. 3 times and you're out, buddy. Oh my god, he continued. Can you believe that? Ladybug is a misleading term because they're not really really a bug. Real bugs, true bugs, are insects from the oh my god. Instead, lady beetles belong to the Cleopatra order, which typically have an elytra that distinguishes. Oh my god. That gave me I gave myself a stroke reading that. I don't even like insects. In fact, I despise them. Huh? Oh, alright. I was chasing after a lady beetle that had landed on me and flown away. And, I got a little bit too caught up in the chase and ended up colliding into D. Basically, we both fell down a hill. I sprained my ankle, and he fractured his arm trying to break the fall. They sent us to the ER together. Jack and Jill. That's what that sounds like to me. We were in there for a while, and the whole time Puppy couldn't stop crying. Wouldn't. I think he was more worried about my ankle than his arm. I guess he was just scared I'd never be able to walk again. Now that I think about it, you made me a promise back then, didn't you? His face flushes red. Looks like he still remembers. What is it? What was it again? I don't know. He definitely knows. I think you said, I'll take responsibility for you. Little Pups thought he'd have to become my permanent caretaker. My, how bold. Hey, it was serious, okay? I couldn't. I mean, if you were hurt. Looking at him now, you found his reaction amusing. He's a little too, actually for me. So, amusing. He's always been fun to tease. Anyway, we somehow ended up inseparable by the time we came out of the ER. And well, you wrap an arm around Puppy's shoulder, pulling him in for a side hug. We've been best friends ever since a missed opportunity. You could have sued for a personal injury. Were we not 8? Don't pick on the poor guy. He was just excited to show off cool bugs, beetles, to his friends. And plus, we wouldn't have met if he didn't crash land into me. So, all's well that ends well. 2 bodily injuries for a chance meeting seems hefty to me. Honestly, a broken bone was a small price to pay for me to meet D. I'd happily break more if it meant I could be friends with him again in another life. Really. He gives you a genuine smile. You'll always be my first pick. Be appreciative. Be embarrassed. Appreciative. I'm gonna keep this friend thing going. Bobby's awkward at times, but he's always been straightforward and honest about his fondness for you. It's one of the many things you like about him. You can't help but return his smile. And you're my first pick too. But no more broken bones. I prefer having your run in one piece. Speaking of that park though, I wonder what happened to it. Is it still there? No, I was in the area once and stopped by. They completely demolished it. They demolished the park? There's a large commercial building standing in its place now? Oh, that's a little sad. Yeah, I miss it too. The hill was special to me. It's where I sprained my wrist or ankle. I forgot already. You turn to face CO2, who looks almost amused. Can robots even feel amused? What? Nothing, just an observation. Who are you? Go mop a floor or something, I don't know. Now, are you two ready to order? Or am I going to have to peacefully escort you off the premises? Ooh. I'm gonna do agape, it sounds fancier. One agape's devotion for me. With extra strawberries. And the sugary rim. The usual then? And you? I don't know. No! Pragma's tenacity? Mania's infatuation? Ooh, that one. You glance at the menu. Oh. My goodness. I wonder what the other ones would look like. This one's pretty, it's like red. Yeah! It's vodka. Stained crimson by the raspberries and black cherries floating at the top. Ooh, black cherries, yes! You've never seen this drink before. Nice. Is this a new menu item? CO2 follows your gaze. Mania's infatuation? We've just added it recently. I can't say I'd recommend it though. We've already gotten multiple complaints about the taste. Oh. Maybe you're losing your touch, old bot. Or maybe it's just a shitty drink. The idea of ingesting God's awful vodka has your interest piqued. I love shitty drinks. Give me one. To your funeral. You better attend it then. You watch in silence as the android begins to measure out the portions of your drinks with extreme precision. It's almost mesmerizing. Bubby gives you a small tug on your sleeve, breaking your concentration. What's up, buddy? Tomorrow, after you're done with classes, are you free? No. Tease him. Ask why. Why? I think we're done doing that. It depends. Why? Just to hang out. I want to check out that new commercial building you mentioned. The one where the park once was. Why? And you don't have to decide now. Just let me know by tomorrow. Sure, but what's with the sudden interest? I'm curious about it, and you seem kind of down. I thought maybe it'd help cheer you up. To see a once nice, beautiful park turned into a ugh, modernized cityscape? No, thank you. How could you tell? I thought it was acting pretty normally today. No. Acting a little too chipper. That's all. It's just a feeling. He's always been oddly perceptive of your emotional state. Is it about your mom? Or maybe he's just an Esper. You sigh, resting your face against the cool surface of the bar. Yes, I went to visit her today. Did her condition worsen? Stage D. I'm gonna assume that's a D. Puppy goes silent, well aware of the implication of those words. He's been studying pharmaceutical science for a few years now, and it is even the subject of him and his team's research work. To think that the little boy who wanted nothing more than to have the world's largest insect collection was now working to create medicine that would help others. You pause. Hey, wait. You've always wanted to be an entomologist, didn't you? Study bugs? Follow in your parents' footsteps in zoology? I did. Then why'd you switch to a track in medicinal chemistry? I mean, clearly you're smart enough to pursue entomology, and it's something you're still passionate about, so why didn't you? Well, I do like entomology, and it would have been nice as a career choice too, but... He tilts his head to look at you. I found something else that I wanted more. Even more than an insect collection? Puppy giggles. Way, way more. Sorry to interrupt, but your drink's are ready. Yeah! Let me get some of that. You straighten out in your seat as CO2 sets your mania's infatuation in front of you. Ooh, looks good. Thanks, old bot. You're welcome. You two enjoy yourselves. Ring me up if you need anything else. With that, the bartender gives you an indiscernible, almost smug look before disappearing behind an employees only door. Wait, what? Did you, like, do something different to the drink? Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me. It's just you and Puppy now. He looks at the sugar on the rim of the glass on his glass before taking a tentative sip of his drink. How was it? Good. CO2 pretty much has my preferences down to a T. What are your preferences anyway? Huh? Ask normally. What are you talking about, bro? We're talking about drinks right now. For drinks? Oh, well, I like sweet things. But not artificial sweet, more like fruity sweet. Natural sweet? Oh, I get that. I feel like artificially sweetened things tend to leave a weird aftertaste. It might be because of the sweetener used. I'm about to use all these fucking letters. Look. Saccharin and Osyphilim fam. Moving on. Possesses on intrusio, lingering bitter aftertaste, which increases with higher concentrations. I have no idea what any of that means, but I concur. You pick up your own glass, admiring the intricate work that went behind layering the liquids inside. That's a lot of ice, though. Look at all that ice. Then, tentatively, you take a sip. Delicious. Your face sours up. CO2 is right. This does taste like crap. The vodka itself is flavorless, instead relying on the black cherries and raspberries sprinkled on it for added taste. Even still, it does nothing to mask the ill sensation that comes with it. You feel like throwing up. Oh, well, we tried it. That's what matters. Now we know for sure we would never get it. Problem solved. Puppy downs the rest of his drink and wipes his mouth with a napkin. Then he fidgets around for a moment, something clearly on his mind. Give him a gentle push. Let him work up his own courage. Let's do that one. You decide to let Pups work up the courage on his own. You don't want to pressure him into sharing something he doesn't want to, and if it's important enough, He figured he'd come around to telling you eventually. He tugs lightly on his straight strand of hair, a nervous habit of his. Finally, he takes a deep breath. You're probably the strongest person I know. You always face your hardships head-on without any complaints. And, well, I really look up to you for that. I think it's an admirable strength. But whenever you're feeling down, you tend to hide it from other people, even if you're really, really struggling. You still go about your day with a smile, as if nothing is wrong. He peers at your face, gauging your expression. And I'm not the best person to talk about this kind of stuff with, but I've been around you long enough to know when you're really hurting. So, it's fine for you to be sad. I'd never judge you for it, and it won't make me think any less of you if you do. He tugs at his stray strand of hair again. I know there's not much I can do to help, but I'm here for you, for anything if you need it. What did you ever do to deserve him? Ask for a hug. I'm gonna say thank you. You can feel your walls beginning to crumble, but you swallow the feeling down. Oh dang, that's what that did? You don't want to cry, not in public, not in front of him. With great effort and a few deep breaths, you manage to calm your emotions and give Puppy a smile. Thank you, I really appreciate it. He nods solemnly. I just wish there was more I could do for you. Keep doing that research. He pauses for a moment, seemingly dealing with some inner conflict. I'll work harder. You do plenty for me already. Who else would lend me a towel in my most dire hour of need? Puppy pouts unhappily. A serial killer, apparently. Aww. Are you still mad about that? It was just a joke. Come on. Okay, forgiven. Thank you. You sigh, leaning back in your chair. I gotta say, first my mom, then this sudden storm. I feel like my life's been nothing but a series of bad luck recently. We're about to keep that train going. We're gonna meet somebody crazy. Like, why not, right? Put the cherry on top, I guess. Maybe someone cursed me. Looked at me the wrong way? Has a voodoo doll with my name on it? Whatever it is, I hope it passes soon. I'm just so tired of it all. Wait, I've got it. He fumbles with his scarf for a moment before presenting to you something shiny. Here, you can have this. The pin? No! It completes the look. Don't give that to me. I don't want it. The pin's colors are a bit faded and chipped from years of wear. But it's clean. He's been taking care of it. You've never seen Puppy go a day without this trinket. So it comes as a surprise that he's offering up something so precious to you now. They say lady beetles can grant you a wish. I know it's not a real one, but maybe the magic's still there. I didn't really take you for the superstitious type, being a STEM kid and all. There are some things in this world that science just can't explain. Take the pin. Don't take the pin. I'll take it, fine. You pick up the pin from his hands and carefully hook it onto your own shirt. Thoughts? Super awesome sauce. Nice. Should I wear a pin so that it, completes the look? We've got a pin on. We're fully immersed. You think some of your genius will get transferred to me now? Now you're asking for too much. Oh wow. This is so childish. What's next? Don't tell me you still believe in Santa Claus. Who is talking right now? Disrespectful? I look nice in this pin. I don't know what you're talking about. You turn to face your uninvited guest. Woman? Louise Liu? Oh good, your eyes do work. Okay. Louise Liu, your friend? Your enemy? You're not quite sure. She has the presence of a tornado, entering and exiting people's lives on her own whims, without much regard for the destructive path she leaves behind. Pups? Yeah? This thing was supposed to bring me good luck, right? Well, there's no actual correlation between lady beetles and increased statistical probability in good fortune. Are you sure you didn't just curse me instead? I don't think so. Louise crosses her legs in response, not fazed in the slightest by your obvious displeasure at her appearance. Do you even know how long I've been sitting here? No. 10 minutes. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes waiting for either of you to take notice. Maybe we didn't want to? Have you ever thought of that? But you two were too caught up in your own little world to even glance up at your surroundings. I mean, it was a pretty nice world. You know, you could have just said hi. I didn't want to interrupt your little moment. What? It's a pin. Girl. She impatiently taps her finger on the bar's countertop, clearly irritated. You can be as mad as you want, I don't care. You're not quite sure what's gotten her so riled up. She's usually cool and composed. Something must have really ticked her off. Hi, Louise. It's been a while. Doesn't respond. Are you interested in lady beetles? I have an illustrated book that provides a look at the evolution of the insect family. Never mind. You sigh. So, Louise, are you here to finally apologize for ghosting me for the past 2 months? Look, I was busy. It was not done out of malice. My cat. I'm not an idiot, Louise. You were mad that I didn't want to be your own personal little secretary, and you decided to take it out on me by ignoring all my texts and calls. Believe whatever you want. I have neither the time nor patience to correct every wrong notion a person's had about me. Okay, maybe they're not notions. Maybe it's just the truth. You know, it's not like you had a great reputation in the first place. Before we even met, I heard all these bad rumors about you. And I thought it was just because people were jealous. I mean, you're rich, you're conventionally attractive, and you've got charisma in your own way. So I thought maybe you were misunderstood. Maybe people just didn't like seeing a successful woman and wanting to put you down. But now that I do know you, I can say this for sure. You're just objectively a terrible person. We got all the confidence in the world to just yap. The only person you ever keep around is because they still have something of value to offer you. As soon as they outlive their use, you toss them aside. Louise didn't even bat an eye at your accusation. Everything in this world is transactional. Right. Wrong. You give something in the form of time, labor, or money, and you receive something of similar value in return. Friendships are transactional. Love is transactional. Even families are transactional. What? It's not uncommon to see fights break out amongst relatives over financial reasons. Okay. If something or someone loses its value, it gets thrown away. That's just how the world works. You have the worst world ever. As long as someone has the talent, or can provide value to my life in any way, I'm more than willing and happy to compensate them for their time and effort. And I have. I have always been fair in upholding my end of the bargain. I think the reason you are so upset with my lack of communication is because you're mistaken about our relationship with one another. I'm not your friend, or your companion, or your partner, or your lover. I'm just here to do business, so don't go growing any personal attachments to me because I won't for you. Glad we're on the same page then, because I never want to see you again. Bye-bye. An air of tension stagnates between the two of you. Finally, Louise sighs. Goodness. I don't know why I'm still here. Normally, I would have left by the first insult and pled your downfall by the second. How generous. So why haven't you? I don't know. I've been asking myself the same question as of late. Perhaps it's pity. No, it's more like sympathy. What happened to not developing any personal attachments? Perhaps it's because it's one of the few times I can relate with someone else. I know about your mother's condition. Oh my god. That catches you off guard. Why the hell are you digging around through my life? Just hear me out. No. I'm no stranger to the grief you're experiencing right now. I lost my ma and ba when I was 17. Losing one's parents, it's not a pain I would wish upon anyone else. And I mean that. She seems genuine. There's a hint of profound bitter sadness behind her hardened gaze. You never liked Louise, but you do, to some degree, respect her. Some degree. Despite her questionable methods, she's always been capable and firm. Okay. A woman who, much like you, stubbornly refuses to show even a moment of weakness to others. You've always viewed her as this unshakable pillar, not to be looked down upon nor pitied. But right now she doesn't look like a towering figure of steel will and unshaken resolve. You look at her, and all you see is a vulnerable young girl. Ask her about it? Nah. Despite your feeling of sympathy, you remain quiet. She's hurt plenty of people throughout her lifetime. Her past sufferings do not justify her present actions. Nor does it warrant any commiseration from you. Louis Liu is bad news, and you want nothing to do with her. Puppy, on the other hand, is much more prone to her display of sadness that you are. What? What happened? Oh my god. I don't know the full story. The police only ever figured out bits and pieces based on circumstantial evidence from the crash. Car crash. It happened 6 years ago, on my birthday. Uh-oh? My brother insisted that we all go celebrate at a family villa. The trip would take a few hours by car, and we would have to cross a mountain to get there. She's wearing the necklace. Oh my gosh. Obviously I didn't want to go. I wanted to spend my birthday with my friends. But Lu Ren was the family's beloved baby boy. So naturally, Manba listened to him. The morning of our departure, I came down with a particularly nasty fever. Our physicians said I would need to rest in bed for at least a few days. I was quite pleased with this turn of events. But Lu Ren got upset. He would have me go, even despite my being sick. Luckily, my parents had a sliver of sensibility left. They had me remain at home while they left for the trip themselves. What happened to the other guy then? The brother? Wait, what? Go back. They took him with them? She was just home alone. She goes quiet. The next part is difficult for her to share. The rest is, like I said, bits and pieces. I don't know the full truth. I don't know if I ever will. Did the brother go? Police found the wreckage. They think they must have been rounding a bend when a deer or some other large animal jumped in front of the vehicle. The driver ended up veering them off of a cliff, straight into the woods below. Search and rescue combed the area for weeks. They found the car, but never the bodies. Not the driver nor my family? Huh? You lost your parents and your brother? You didn't mention the brother. Well, on the 13th day of their search, something finally came up. Oh my shit. There he is. Never mind. My little brother. They found him wandering through the wreckage in a daze. No clue how they missed him before. He was immediately sent to the hospital, where he was questioned by authorities. And would you believe it? He couldn't remember a thing. He's lying. Clearly. The doctors say it's retrograde amnesia, brought on by some form of trauma. You don't sound convinced. Because I'm not. I wouldn't be. You dumb? He's the only one who came back after the parents were disappeared, and the driver too. Suspicious. Very suspicious. I find it hard to believe that a 14-year-old boy could survive on his own out there for 2 whole weeks, all while somehow managing to slip under SAR's radar. SAR? Is that an organization? Or and for 3 bodies to just disappear? Even wild animals leave tracks behind when they bury their meals. The trip was his idea. He insisted I come. My fever must have thrown a wrench in his plans. Plans? No way, she thinks he's a mastermind or something. It must have been premeditated. He must have had outside help. Huh. But he wouldn't do that, would he? He's your brother. Not my blood. Ooh, millionaire. That's news to you. He's adopted? No. You're adopted? She looks irritated at your line of questioning. Oh, okay. Yes, my parents couldn't conceive, so they adopted me. But it turns out all they needed to do was try a little harder, because 3 years later they pop out a baby boy they've always wanted. Ooh, always wanted? Yikes. That last part. You might have accidentally poked at an old wound. Oh my god. Oh. Let's just show sympathy. Louise, Stop. I already know where this is going, and I didn't share because I want to be pitied. Okay. She sighs, brushing off her dress. Lucky me, right? Adopted by a wealthy family? I guess. It's quite literally the dream for most people. It's not that simple. My days of luxury are short-lived. Soon my brother will turn 20. Okay. And when he does, he'll have full control over the family and its finances. I'll be entirely at his mercy. Uh-oh. You're gonna die, bro. I mean... You're the only one who survives a car crash? Huh, suspicious. That's always gonna be a suspicious event. What? You two are siblings. Shouldn't you both be receiving something? The Lus are old money. They have customs and traditions deeply rooted into a patriarchal lineage that spans centuries. For my brother, that means he's immediately first in line to become the family head, to inherit everything that otherwise would have been mine. As for me, I'm going to be married off to whichever family will best secure my brother's position within high society, auctioned off like cattle. Oh wow. Do we regret being mean? I think. Maybe. And I highly doubt a boy who killed his own parents and meticulously removed all evidence of his crime has any room left in his heart to hear out the woes of his dear adopted sister. Ah. That's rough, buddy. Cowabummer. Shall know. What are these options? No way. Let's do Cowabummer. Louise gives your shin a swift kick with her heels. It is a bummer, which brings me to the subject matter at hand. I need you to do a favor for me regarding my baby brother, and I will reward you for your efforts. What? You blink once, then twice. That's why she sought you out today. Get upset. I'm just gonna hear her out. I knew it. It's never that simple with you, is it? Everything has to be transactional. There's always a catch. You sigh, too tired to even get angry, to let anger take over. Fine, I'll humor you. What deal do you want to strike this time? I can get your mom a heart transplant? No wait list necessary, no long procedures, everything paid for and taken care of. Until the best cardiothoracic surgeons money can buy. I hope I said that right. Silence. And what do you want in return? Louise smiles. I'd like you to find evidence of foul play regarding my brother's involvement in my parents' deaths. Oh. So just risk my life. Cause who's to say he's not gonna try to kill me? Nobody's to say. Like, What? Like I said, Loren will be turning 20 soon. We'll have a Guan Li ceremony to celebrate his coming of age. And then he will officially become the head of the family. I can't have that happening. I've already lost my parents to that monster. I refuse to lose their legacy as well. Oh my gosh. I'll need something big, something that'll permanently hinder his claim to the inheritance, while also helping me garner the support of our relatives and other family members. Oh, family friends. Suspicious that there was a pause. Your head feels like it's about to burst. But how am I supposed to find any evidence? This happened 6 years ago. I'll be setting you up on a blind date with him? Bro, what? How would this have occurred? Wait, what? I thought we willingly went out with these people. You and Puppy both give her a weird look. She rolls her eyes in response. Of course, this is a date in name only. What I really want from you is to extract information out of him pertaining to my parents' case. How am I supposed to smoothly do that? That's so weird. If you succeed in bringing me back something useful that I can actually use. I'll have my people on standby begin the transplant operation on your mother. And if I don't, then the deal's off, 1, and then your mom dies, 2. Simple. And he potentially got away with murder. 3 people, mind you. Mom, dad, and driver. So, this doesn't seem safe. What makes you so sure your brother will agree to this date? Especially one that you set up for him. He will. These types of arranged meetings aren't uncommon for those within our circle. And since my network is larger than Loren's, I've been tasked with appointing him blind dates in order to find a suitable marriage partner. Oh. I've been setting him up on these dates for years now. I know his type. And I've realized he has a tendency to slip up when he has something he wants placed in front of him. Huh. That's interesting. Context clues. Serial murders. I'm glad I asked about rumors. This man is a murderer. Okay. I get it now. He's been on blind dates for years. And now she knows his type. Huh. Because they did say the murders were random. There was no pattern with the people that died. Definitely. That's what's happening. I'm calling it right now. And I have confidence he'll slip. He's got a voracious? Oh my god. Never seen that word in my life. Voracious personality. Still haven't seen the word. That can only be satiated by someone with a strong will. Someone such as yourself. Oh, I have to keep up this act. So play along. Wind him up. Lure him with false promises. Okay. And gather proof. Any proof. If you can't find any, make it yourself. Whatever it is that gets the job done. You got it. She tosses a folder onto the table. Ooh, secret documents. Ugh, what is that side eye? Oh my god. Who took that picture? Who took that picture of him? Stop. Here's information that my investigators have collected on him over the years. The photograph itself is outdated, but I recommend you read over it. Either way, who took the picture? She points toward one section. His habits, his hobbies, his likes and interests. He's a very self-indulgent individual. He spends his time either pursuing the arts or enjoying fine dining. Cool! His mansion has a subsection dedicated towards the things he's collected over the years. Like dead bodies? Bones? She points toward another paragraph. His financial and travel records, purchasing history, and contacts. He often takes trips to isolated places in the mountains. And that's not weird to you. Like, The same mountains where your parents died? No. Okay. I went through great lengths to acquire it. He's a private person who doesn't enjoy showing his face in public since the accident. What was I gonna say? This seems extreme. Does it? Everyone says I'm just being paranoid. That he's simply self-conscious over his disfigurement. Disfigurement? And that's why he's kept to himself. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with him? Besides that creepy look, oh my gosh. But I know otherwise, and I know whatever it is that he's been hiding won't be for so long. I will reveal the truth, and I will get my revenge for everything he's done to me in the past. What else has he done? Damn. She gets up from her seat, ready to leave. You hastily run after her. Wait, Louise, this is a lot to take in. And I don't know if I'll even accept this deal. It's just, you know, who's holding that umbrella? Oh, servant, probably. But damn, you can't hold your own umbrella. She ignores you, instead continuing her walk towards the door, where a man is already holding the door open for her, an umbrella in hand. When you make eye contact with her, you can tell that she already knows you won't be refusing this job. You only have one mother. And no amount of money can bring the dead back. Unless witchcraft. If there's anything you need to prepare in advance, contact me. I'll provide it for you. And you promise that my mom will receive the proper treatment as soon as I come back with your information. Who says we're coming back? Nobody. I swear it. So work hard. I want payback for the Wang Ba Dan, responsible for my parents' empty graves. Hopefully I said that right. And that's the end of the demo. Oh, what? False. This is a lie. This is a joke, actually. No! I'm dying inside. Make sure to check out our Discord, Patreon, and socials for updates and announcements. Thank you for playing and stay tuned for more. Did I want it to end? No. But that's him right there, I believe. I mean, it looks very similar to the picture. A very outdated picture. Anyways, that was There's Something Wrong with My Blind Date. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I'm gonna keep up with this little thing here. Definitely. If you guys enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. And of course, subscribe for more of this game in future updates. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my loves.